Hi guys! Welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We don't have what it takes to be in the final sprint. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to be in the early breakaway. Have a good stage.
Hello, cycling fans everywhere. For this stage, which is in the form of a circuit, it's a safe bet that the sprinters will do their utmost to cross the line in front on their second visit to Precojo, the end of this flat stage.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Things are livening up at the head of the peloton.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The first climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
Here's the positions over the last climb. Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
A good ruler, he doesn't really have a strong point that would scare opponents. The time gap with the head of the race is stable. He's primarily a teammate rouleur. even if he's not too bad on a sprint. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite. Allez les gars, courage. Tu peux y arriver. Ouais. Allez, sei un mito. Allez, 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 allez.
Here's a pure ruler. Make sure you don't leave him alone up front. It will be difficult to catch him, and it's better for him to finish on his own. He's a pure ruler who relies on his power to tip the scales. Anyway, he doesn't have much choice given his qualities as a sprinter. 1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. Our leader has punctured. Wait for him to help him catch up. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
He's a relatively complete puncher without major strong or weak points.
You'll have to up the pace. His team is moving into the driving seat behind.
He's a rider who likes short, sharp climbs. His capabilities in the high mountains are relatively limited. The front of the race is going through Precojo. On the second trip, it will be the finishing line for the stage.
You're 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points.
The intermediate sprint is approaching. The first 10 riders score points towards the green jersey. The first will pocket 10 points.
announces the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Continuez comme ça. Oh là là, bon.
His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings.
On continue. On continue comme ça. Bravo les gars.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace.
Continue comme ça. Allez les gars. Allez.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Lâchez-moi. Bravo les gars.
You are 2 kilometers from the top.
The next climb is classified as 4th category. That means 1 point to be earned for the first rider to the top. Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
They're going to have to ride hard to read in the breakaway. With this lead, they can start to believe it.
Continue comme ça. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Continue comme ça. Plus vite.
The breakaway is losing ground.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Allez les gars. Ouais, bon, on continue comme ça. Allez, courage les gars.
He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group.
The race leaders have entered the last 10 kilometers. They may well produce a surprise by holding off the peloton. Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
Allez les gars, courage.
Five kilometers for the breakaway. It should have enough of a lead for the stage victory.
Only 3 kilometers left. The man at the front will be able to begin savouring his victory. He has little chance of being caught. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Our leader's punctured. Get him back in touch quickly so he doesn't lose time on the overall standings. Collective fall. It may create gaps.
The peloton is 1 minute away.
Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage.
We have the last rider at the start of this individual time trial. He'll do his utmost to produce the best time. Come on, let's give him a hand.
Come on, it's a short time trial. You must hit the right tempo as soon as possible.
Allez, allez, allez. Go.
Tempo!
Oui, on est avec toi. Oui, on est avec toi.
Watch out. Right hand bend. After the left hand bend, you will come to a rising false flat. Don't push it too hard. Flat out now. It's downhill almost to the finish. Save something for the last kilometer, which climbs. The next bend turns left. Go! 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 Only 1 kilometer left. It's a rising false flat. Come on! It's almost over! Go! Right to the end!
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. It's the final stage, guys. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb. This is our last chance to try and take the polka dot jersey. Mathematically, it's possible. We must believe it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We should witness a one-climb race today. The teams of the favourites should manage affairs up to the foot of the Montagne de Lure, from where the front-runners will fight it out to the stage win. The first climb is set close to the start. It should allow the baroudeurs to launch the early breakaway.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Change of leader in the overall youth standings.
Okay, I'll protect him.
He does well on short climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win. The first king of the mountain summit is classified as a Category 3. There will be 2 points and 1 point to be scored at the top.
Allez les gars! Allez, courage les gars!
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Allez les gars! Courage! Allez, continuez comme ça! Allez! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Continue comme ça! Allez, fonce! Allez les gars!
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
The first rider in the intermediate sprint will earn 20 points towards the green jersey. The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us. You're coming up to the intermediate sprint. Keep your eyes open. He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points. You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done.
He could be labelled as a puncher, but is also good in the mountains. However, his top speed can be described as lethargic.
When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy. You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. He goes to the top of the climber standings. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The feed zone is in sight for the head of the race. Riders will be able to pick up some nourishment.
You're the biggest threat to the yellow jersey at the front of the race. The guys with you are upping the tempo. They're going to try to manage the time gap.
The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
There will be 2 points and 1 point towards the best climber classification at the top of the next difficulty.
Allez les gars!
You're 1 minute ahead of the yellow jersey. The favorites are 1 minute behind your group. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
Allez, allez les gars! Allez les gars! Allez les gars! Courage! Allez les gars! Bravo! Bravo les gars, c'est bien! On attaque, allez les gars! Courage! Continuez! Allez les gars! Courage! Bravo les gars!
He goes to the top of the climber standings. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Continuez comme ça! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, courage! Les voilà! Continue comme ça! Les voilà! Allez les gars! Ouais! Lâchez rien!
For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey.
Courage! Ouais! Allez les gars! Allez les gars! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars! Allez les gars, allez, go, go, go! Allez, on continue! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars!
Here we are at the foot of the Montagne de Lure, with a little more than 15 kilometers of climbing. The favourites for the general classification will have ample opportunity to gorge each other and attack to create gaps.
Allez les gars!
on continue là, plus vite, plus vite.
Courage! Allez les gars, courage!
know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
The climb is ranked as first category. There will therefore be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point for the best climber jersey and the top for the Montagne de Lieu.
Allez les gars, courage! Mais voilà! Continuez comme ça!
Allez plus vite.
Allez les gars!
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars! Courage!
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. 30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Continuez comme ça les gars!
On continue les gars.
Allez, go, go, go! Allez, on y va!
Allez les gars.
Allez!
Allez les gars. On continue comme ça.
Continuez comme ça!
Allez les gars. Allez les gars. On continue
The
comme ça.
peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Allez les gars!
Comme ça.
Continuez comme ça!
Continue comme ça. Ouais. Allez les gars.
Allez les gars, allez, go, go, go! Allez, on y va! Allez, courage! Allez les gars, c'est bien!
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. You have 30 seconds lead on the yellow jersey.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien! Continuez comme ça! Allez les gars!
Allez les gars.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Courage les gars, allez! Bravo les gars, c'est bien! Allez les gars! Allez les gars, courage!
The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you.
Bravo les gars! Allez le gros!
Ouais. Allez, courage les gars. Allez les gars. On continue comme ça.
Allez les gars! Courage! Bravo! Bien les gars! Allez, allez! Allez les gars! Courage les gars! Allez les gars! Courage! Allez vas-y Thomas! Allez, 10 minutes!
There's an attack. Stay alert.
Come on, 5 kilometers. You can do it. Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Allez les gars, on continue là.
Continuez comme ça.
Ouais, les gars, on continue comme ça.
Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line.
At less than 3 kilometers from the finish, no one has managed to gain the upper hand. If no one attacks, it will be decided in a sprint.
Allez, plus vite. Lâchez rien, allez.
Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage. On continue comme ça. Les gars. Courage, on continue. Buenos, sí señor, sois muy buenos.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
Allez, allez.
Allez.
Allez, 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 allez.
Watch out, you'll soon be burned out. Take a feed if you still have anything left.
The front man will soon be under the red pennant. He should manage a win.
This is the last kilometer. Go, go! One more effort.
Allez, allez, allez.
Hop, hop, hop.
You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today you are faced with a rare exercise that will delight pure climbers, an uphill prologue. It's a prologue that can already have significant impact on the general classification. That said, we must first focus on this climb. Let's be clear, our chances of getting into the top 10 are slim. Try to limit the damage.